Fallout shows us a US wasteland that was destroyed and irradiated by nuclear war, meaning that there are a whole lot of radioactive and mutated monsters roaming around just ready to eat you for lunch. In a day, we're going to take a look at all these creatures, ranking them all from weakest to strongest. So let's get to it. What's up guys, this is DanCo. I do fight breakdowns, power ranking videos, or more deep dives into your favorite characters and franchises, with new videos every week. So if that seems great to you, well, sit back and enjoy the video. Hit that like button if you want to, or hit the subscribe button while you're at it. They always said cockroaches could survive a nuclear apocalypse. That's exactly what a rad roach is. They're weak enemies that you encounter early on in the game. They don't pose a threat by themselves, but can be annoying in large enough groups. Bloat flies are giant irradiated flies with stingers able to paralyze their prey, but it's not really that effective against humans. Mole rats are giant toxic rats. While their bodies have gotten much bigger, their brains have actually stayed the same size, meaning that they now lack the ability to feel pain. Ghouls roam the wastelands and were once people before becoming decaying ghouls thanks to high levels of radiation. Most are mentally deranged and basically zombies, but they have exponentially longer lives and the ability to survive almost anything. Rad toads are toads that have grown up to a massive size, complete with multiple eyeballs stuck in their head. They're able to hit you from a distance with their tongue and can even shoot eggs out of their backs to act as mines if you accidentally step on them. Rad scorpions are just what you think they are, giant mutant scorpions. They're big and fast and incredibly venomous, waiting and lurking to usually attack prey from underground. Lurking in the toxic valley, anglers are incredibly dangerous, especially in large groups. We don't really know where they came from or how they formed, but they're terrifying and can even shoot venom out at you. Glowing ones were once just normal ghouls, but intense radiation transformed them into something else, becoming glowing ones. They can irradiate everything around them just by being close. They can resurrect ghouls from the dead. They can actually be healed by radiation and not damaged by it. These dangerous creatures were once black bears, but they definitely evolved into something else even more powerful now. They roam the wastelands without any fear. Will even challenge a deathclaw to a fight and not back down. Super mutants actually weren't created by the nuclear fallout, but are just normal humans who were once exposed to the forced evolutionary virus, meaning that they're able to be incredibly strong and powerful, but are still smart enough to use weapons as they attack you. The honey beast is a giant mutated bee, but it also looks like it's got beehives growing out of its back. The hives can then shoot out swarms of bees, causing serious damage to everyone around them. Wendigos are mutated humans found in the wasteland, formed because a person indulged in cannibalism. They're incredibly aggressive and can deal a whole lot of damage very quick. They can deal damage even if you're in body armor, and their shriek can attract a group of feral ghouls to your location. The Mega Sloth is just what you think it is, a giant radiated sloth that towers over everything around it. However, what's unique is that the Mega Sloth isn't immediately hostile whenever it sees you. It actually won't attack unless provoked. Assaultrons are types of robots that you'll find out in the Commonwealth. The Dominator variant has a powerful attack that consists of stabbing the target's torso with two swords at the same time, typically one-shotting low-leveled or low-armored players. Mothmen are a species of mutant insects that were named after the Mothman figure from folklore, and are even still worshipped by some people living in the wasteland. They don't typically attack, and if attacked or approached, they'll fly off. And they're just there to watch and observe, although you definitely still can get one to fight you if you try hard enough. The Mirelurk Queen puts a normal Mirelurk to shame. It's massive and it's terrifying. It can take a whole lot of damage in the fight before it will finally go down. Good thing it's rare, because it's incredibly hard to get rid of. The Nuka-Lurk Queen is a rare variant of the Mirelurk Queen found outside of a Nuka-Cola bottling company. She's glowing blue thanks to the specific radiation around her. Has a really big health bar, meaning she's definitely hard to put down. Behemoths are easily the most powerful super mutants, towering over any player, standing at around 13 feet tall. They're almost as big as a Mirelurk Queen. They don't speak, only giving out monstrous roars as they throw boulders at you, trying to attack you with a fire hydrant. Deathclaws are kinda the mascot creature for the Fallout universe. They're genetically engineered creatures developed by the US military in order to replace soldiers during close combat search and destroy missions. However, they escaped into the wild in the aftermath of the Great War, and eventually became apex predators in many of the new post-war ecosystems throughout the US. Fog crawlers are giant mutated crustaceans that live deep within the fog. They're never really encountered outside of deadly mist. They're also easily among the strongest and most tenacious foes around. They're incredibly tough. They can deal devastating attacks from a distance. Scorch beasts are giant radiated bats that can attack you in 3 different ways. They can unleash a powerful long-range sonic attack while flying around, unleash radioactive fog behind them, basically crop dust the area, or just simply fly into you, dealing serious damage with their wings. Either way, they're incredibly powerful and dangerous. Flatwoods monsters are aliens with glowing purple eyes wandering around abducting wastelanders. It's able to teleport in an instant, regenerate and heal itself, and it's even able to take control of other creatures or robots around it to fight on its behalf. If you thought the Fog Crawler was tough, just look at the Shipbreaker. It's a uniquely powerful fog crawler who's haunted Mount Desert Island for decades. Synths, or synthetic humanoids, were robots being created inside the Institute's laboratories, and the Synth Eradicator is one of the most powerful synths ever created. They're incredibly tough with their armor, have very strong weapons, and are basically on par with Brotherhood Knights. Found only in the Dead Wind Caves in the Mojave Desert, the legendary Deathclaw is an alpha male Deathclaw that managed to survive long enough to grow a full 25% larger than the regular adult Deathclaws, with massive horns and claws to match. The Gulper Devourer is easily the most powerful variant of the Gulper, and are roughly on par with Deathclaws in terms of size. Being highly aggressive, they will often charge at you and deal some serious damage with each attack they land. The Grafton Monster is a giant creature living in Appalachia, created by scientists who were experimenting before the Great War. They created the monster and it was able to escape. It used to be human before gaining all sorts of muscles and losing what looks like its head. If you thought the normal Deathclaw was scary powerful, just look out for the glowing Deathclaw. It's been exposed to so much radiation that its skin has started to emit a faint green glow. That much radiation would kill most creatures. The Deathclaw only got nastier and deadlier. It's never a good idea to mess with a Deathclaw, especially the mythic Deathclaw. They can attack with unparalleled speed, ferocity, and power and aggression. They'll just chase you relentlessly once you pick a fight, meaning you better be prepared or else you're gonna be killed. Swan, born Edgar Swan, is a unique super mutant behemoth living in Swan's Pond, the center of the Boston Common. He's incredibly powerful, and the area in which Swan lives is considered extremely dangerous, and wastelanders avoid it at all cost. Makeshift signs warn of his presence. Raiders will refuse to enter the area, and the bodies of all his victims are strewn around, showing he didn't listen to the warnings. Earl Williams is a unique Wendigo colossus, combining the ferocity and strength of a super mutant behemoth with a ridiculous durability and the ability to just be a bullet sponge. You basically can't take this monster on alone. You have to attack him in a group or you're gonna be killed. Frank Horgan was once the bodyguard for the president, until he was transformed into one of the most powerful super mutants out there. His stats are all maxed out. He's got an exceptionally powerful guns and weapons. You'll need to bring a whole group of friends to try and take this guy down, or else you're gonna be slaughtered. Like the last two on this list, the Scorched Beast Queen is a boss enemy that requires multiple players to team up in order to beat her, or else you're gonna be instantly killed by her powerful melee and ranged attacks. She can even summon a whole army of different Scorched enemies, which can include basically any enemy in the game, meaning you're going to be trying to fight her, all while dealing with wave after wave of Yogwai, Slavs, Mirelurks coming at you. It's a full-on war. The monster of the East, Legate Lanius, is the commander of Caesar's army, and is probably the most powerful enemy in all of Fallout, thanks to his maxed out stats, his healing, and his incredibly powerful weapon, the Blade of the East. Lanius completely resists potion, radiation, and fire, in addition to some of the best offense you'll ever see. This mountain of a man can't be disarmed, and is always going to be faster than you, even if you cripple both of his legs. While you try and damage him, Lanius will heal himself up and attack again, meaning you're going to have to kill him multiple times in order to actually destroy him. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're going to have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.